According to the U.S. Center for Disease Control, 7 out of 10 emergency room visits in sports and adolescents are concussions. 2 out of 3 concussions in sports result from 2 players colliding into each other. Do you know which sport has the second highest concussion rate? Girls' soccer. Since I was 3, I've been crazy about soccer. I spent hours every week on the field. Fast forward to March 2023, when everything changed. Not in the blink of an eye, but in a hit to the head. I was on the field as a goalkeeper while a girl was charging towards the goal. I went for the ball because the girl who hadn't been doing very well. All of a sudden, she rocketed the ball straight at my face, and I was so close to her, I had no time to react and was hit square in the face. This caused me not only to fall down and hit my head again, but to black out. The only reason I remember any of this is from me talking to others. Luckily, I saved that goal, and my team went on to finish the game and win 2-1. But the hits kept coming. Throughout my soccer career, I've had 3 concussions, and after every single one of them, it became harder for me to bounce back. On my last concussion, I spent weeks just sleeping, doing nothing, because anything would cause pain. Even after a whole summer of thinking I was recovered, I was not. When I went back to school, my issues continued. Eventually, I went to the concussion clinic at Children's Hospital to see if there was ever a chance I could play soccer again. It turns out that through all of my concussions, I had developed vestibular issues. These are issues within your body's spatial orientation and balance system, where loud noises would make me get dizzy to the point where I couldn't walk, and sometimes I would even faint. You can think of this like being on a roller coaster while just standing up. After months and months of physical therapy, I was finally back to normal. But after months of trying to achieve this, I felt myself falling behind in school because we had to look at a screen that would give me a headache. Even if it wasn't on a screen, it would still make me dizzy. Eventually, I did get better and catch myself up, but why did it take months? The American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry says that 70% of concussions heal within 30 days. Even though 30 days doesn't seem like a long time, 30 days will get you exponentially behind in school. And even though teachers are patient and give you as much time as you need to make up assignments, this just causes you to keep pushing it further and further behind, causing stress and anxiety. The Sunnybrook Health Science Center, a teaching hospital in Toronto, Canada, says that retaining and understanding information while having a concussion is significantly harder than it was before. So not only is it hard to remember information from before your concussion, but it's even harder to learn new information. Anything you do causes pain and confusion, and you feel less in touch with your friends than ever, because not only is it physically hard to talk and listen to them, but it's very hard to be on your phone, and even harder to stay in touch. All of these problems often lead to one question for teens. How do you make life easier for a friend or student struggling with a concussion? Well, there are many ways, from just asking to see if they're okay, to helping them with schoolwork. By talking to them, not only do you brighten their day, but you make them feel important to you, and it makes you a better friend. I know I'll never forget when one of my best friends came over to bring me my schoolwork, because not only did she bring me my schoolwork, but she stayed and talked for hours with me about life. Not only did this make me realize how good friends I had, but it made me realize that I wasn't alone during this process, even though she might have been the one that gave me the concussion. The Keep Your Head Up organization, a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping people with traumatic brain injuries and concussion, says that if your friend is struggling with a concussion, you're more likely to feel sympathetic for someone else with a concussion. So be the type of person to ask if they're doing well in class. Don't laugh because they get a bad test score or say the wrong answer. Remember that while the brain is healing, it is very hard to remember information learned in class. Ask if they have any questions or if they need you to explain anything, because not only will it help them, it will help you too. Be the type of person that wants to help. And if someone asks you the same question 8 times because they don't understand it, just keep answering and explaining, because they will remember you as the person who is so kind and helpful in a time of need. Thank you.